completely in their zone, I'm still gonna go with T1 on a whim here in the first game because I believe that they're a little bit of a stronger team.
David? I mean, I agree with Lizard in the sense that T1 is the stronger team, but that Razor pick, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Plus, I don't think they answered the Keeper of the Light issue, which is going to be sitting behind towers and blasting your waves. It's not easy for them to get there. They're going to buy enough time on TSpirit to play their game. I actually slightly favor TSpirit here.
Been turning against T1, a team he's been advocating for a long time, but I can see why. I mean, I agree with you. Let's start out to our casters for this one. We've got Beak up on the mic and Mo Farah as well.
Thank you very much, No Man. Definitely joined here by Mo Farah. He's on the mic as well.
I was going to say,
whether it's a good mic or not, you know.
I feel like a little bit offended from that from No Man.
That Helm of the Overlord, you just bring the Thunderhide with you.
It's not that I'm saying he can't play it either. It's just not something that he's, you know, like known for.
Not trying to say you can't play it either. It's not the first hero you think of when you think of Cuckoo, right?
Easy ball.
Actually, could you guess his most played hero in pro games?
Of all time?
On his Dota buff, yeah, all time.
I could. If I had to guess, didn't he used to play mid though?
I'm just saying.
It'll be a mid lane. I don't know what it is, but maybe like Lena or something. I don't know. But
that is number 2.
That's number 2. Okay. What's number 1?
Number 1 is Queen of Pain.
Okay, fair enough.
Being thrown forward, that'll do some damage here on a Whitemon. They've got the homie missile to follow it up and should have first blood. Yatoro will be the one who gets that first blood on Whitemon, and he's played this Gyro quite a lot recently. Seems to be the hero that he's most comfortable with in this event thus far.
Yeah, really nice to see them give the first blood to Yatoro as well. So having that little bit of extra gold coming through on the Gyrocopter. This, I'm really surprised that they let this Invoker go through, honestly. I think Toronto Tokyo has shown recently that how good he can be on this hero.
It seems like that and the Queen of Pain have been really strong for him.
Yeah, the Queen of Pain against the Bat Rider, it was in particular, though. It looked so good. This lane's going to be very difficult for Collapse, though. The double range hero. Yes, he has 5 armor to work with, but the constant spell spam?
Yeah. Ooh. Also kind of keeping an eye mid, but meanwhile in the
Poshka might be in trouble here.
Jungle, and Poshka 5 stacks, and there it is. Zephyr gets the kill onto Moposhka, taking out that Coddle, even this game up at 1. And this is leaving Cuckoo to kind of do his own thing for the moment, and with Zephyr getting that kill, Cuckoo will continue to have an easier time in this top lane.
Yeah, and look at Collapse's CS on this Night Stalker. He has nothing. And we're almost 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, 0 and 1.
T1 doing a really good job of controlling the spot lane so far. Doesn't have the disruption on Zephyr here.
And he's starting to get those stacks, though.
And Moposhka, again, does have to be careful. As soon as your stacks get to like 5 or 6, yeah.
Did I hear a squeak?
Not a lot of damage there at 4. But Toronto Tokyo over mid will pick up that water rune. Got Moposhka taking away a sentry as the other sentry was taken out prior. But now things for T1 looking pretty good. I say that, and TSpirit, they're the ones who have a 1K net worth lead.
I mean, both safe laners having a good time. That's the big thing, right? Like this Gyrocopter's got 8 denies up in the top lane as well. Luna here.
Kinetic field is down. 23 getting really low. Collapse trying to get this kill. We have a Lucent Beam in a second, so he'll give up the chase. Mira now trying to hide from Whitemon. I think spotted for a second. I don't know if Whitemon really has the damage anymore to get this kill by himself. 23 comes over. They'll get the kill on a Whitemon. A Lucent Beam thrown over on the Mira, but it's not going to matter. 23 can't get a kill in return.
That's such a lane salvaging kill for Collapse as well. such a big increase in his net worth for like where he was struggling a little bit before. All of a sudden he gets a free creep wave as well. So he's going to be a big fan of that one. And the thing is, like, even Toronto Tokyo, where he's got this mid lane against the Razor, yes, Razor has a lot of denies mid and everything, but he's still CSing okay. Like, this hero, not so much about the lane as it is about the game overall.
Gold is a great conductor.
And then we'll see how quickly Toronto Tokyo ends up moving off the mid lane, right? Like, he's been a very active mid, that's for sure. Right now, 15-8 for the Razor, 15-3 for Toronto Tokyo. So Carl, even with this Invoker, in terms of CS.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'm just worried about the Gyrocopter. And we talked about how difficult this lane could be for the Beastmaster. And Yatoro obviously going for that build that we see a lot, the max flat cannon stats build.
Did I hear a
And the thing is as well, like, flat cannon doesn't have a particularly long cooldown at the moment, but with the chakra magic as well, Yatoro's going to be farming so quickly.
Yeah, just constantly getting that chakra magic at level 1. It was all right for Cuckoo to start this lane. It felt like the pressure was alleviated a little bit with Zephyr moving over and getting that kill on Miposhka, but Cuckoo from that point, it's really been a struggle. And like you said, it's due to the fact that Yatoro has that chakra magic and he has that black cannon that he's working with. There's Spike, the Lucent Beam, 23 behind. Collapse will get the kill onto Mira, and then White Mom falls. Collapse will be getting some solo experience on that with 23 getting the first kill.
He's so tanky on Collapse. He has like 10 armor. He's got the bracer, he's got the chainmail, 8 stick charges to work with as well. I mean, the support net worth is where the difference is at the moment, though. Look at that.
You
Like, the cores are relatively close apart from
You
Yatoro.
should run.
It's just the supports.
Yeah, big difference between the supports. Collapse gets caught. Lucent Beam or Spike will land. Like you said, Collapse working with 10 armor, maybe even thinking about going back in. He's just a little bit low where he should feel comfortable.
He has stick charges.
And yeah, pop that stick. So he's got 0 left. Here getting chased. Thunderstrike there. 23 sitting low. Collapse. He'll end up going down. Zephyr falls to Yatoro up in the top lane, so both carries getting the kill.
Yeah, he forces Yatoro to come all the way over though, so not too bad for T1. And you see that from Toronto Tokyo as well. Make sure the tornado hits the small camp as well to be extra efficient.
Scanning.
We've seen how good he can be with this this Invoker, and look at this stack.
Oh my goodness.
Yatoro in a big juicy influx of gold.
He has the Crystallis no boots on Yatoro. That's how good his lane was. Like, he could afford to be greedy.
Now he's picked up the boots, and he's all of a sudden, you know, one component away from picking up the treads and just 50 gold. So quickly into that, those stacks made to you, or made for him by Miposhka. So, you know, this Kato, yeah, he gave up a death earlier on, but he's done his job. He's helped Yatoro continue to just excel in the net worth.
He's 1,000 gold ahead of the Luna at 7 minutes. That's absurd. And it's not even like the Luna's had a really hard time. Like, she's done okay.
Some stacks being made for Luna, though, too. Or, well, you think it's for Luna. Beastmaster starting to take the Ancients. They go after 23. They've got 3 heroes down here.
It's the Razor, though.
Trying to make something happen. Carl comes and gets the static link onto Toronto Tokyo, forcing him to run away. They're looking for 23. Mira gets a 2-man Earth Spike, but the Lucent Beam, the damage in from White Mon, they'll get themselves at least one. They might be able to salvage and get through without losing 23, and that's exactly what they do. 23 surviving through the trees and making sure he stays out of vision, and ultimately TSpirit come up empty-handed.
Yeah, great rotation from Carl, but also, yeah, really nice movement around the trees there by 23 Savage. He'll be really happy with that one.
Radiant's middle tower
but again,
is under
Yatoro's
attack.
net worth is terrifying. I mean, they have the Razor, right? So at least if they get a good link off in him in the fight, it's going to severely negate his damage. But even so... They're giving the late to Zephyr here to get into level 6 while Beastmaster farms the jungle with the Helm of Dom. Yatoro's doing exactly the same to give him a Poshka the XP in the farm.
Carl with an extra 62 damage. Toronto, Tokyo, and Carl look at each other over mid for a second. Not going in, no aggression just yet. Lion was there over mid, maybe thinking about it.
Raindrops on the Night Stalker now as well, so not going to be afraid to have a bit of a scrap. He's going to go in here on the Luna.
Yeah, trying to go for 23, but again, the Eclipse, the kinetic field, and Collapse has to leave.
Might get the courier here.
He's close, but meanwhile, over mid, they're trying to get a kill here onto Carl. They've got Toronto, Tokyo, as well as Yatoro trying for this Razor, and they'll succeed at killing this Razor. Somehow Collapse for now, getting out.
You see Invoker running bot as well here. Oh, Cuckoo.
One more shot, and Mira's gone. That's the board, getting the kill, and Toronto, Tokyo's now heading over towards bottom.
Toronto, Tokyo, if they kill the Luna here, this is huge.
Cold Snap and Collapse trying to go in. The kinetic field is there, but it's not going to matter. They've got the Void to get the kill, and now the Tornado EMP coming through on a Whitemon. Carl's here once again. The plasma field, the right clicks from Whitemon needs one more. Carl trying to find him. There's the Void, and really? Collapse getting a kill on a Whitemon before he died.
Yeah, really great min-maxing from Collapse there at the end just to make sure he gets the kill. Cuckoo's making the rotation down bot here. This is a really early Beastmaster rotation. Like in comparison to a lot of the games we've seen. I assume invest the ancient stacks potentially in things like that, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They'll come up empty-handed.
For the most part, we've seen the Beastmasters kind of stay stationary until they have that Helm of the Overlord.
Well, I think last game that happened, but it doesn't happen every time.
Such a free lane, he was able to do so. So still just a 1k lead right now for TSpirit.
Cuckoo smoked up here, but not really near anybody. Spirit just grouped up here. Are they going for their own smoke? Interesting.
Did they smoke up again here on TSpirit?
Yeah, they're gonna go. This Gyrocopter's so strong as well. 2k net worth ahead of anybody else in the game. If they can take a fight here with a good Gyrocopter flak.
Ooh, Tornado lands on both 23 as well as Cuckoo. Cuckoo out of mana with the EMP dropping down. They'll get the kill on a Cuckoo. They'll look over the homing missile. Comes down into Zephyr. Disruption. Homing missile avoided. All the while, Eclipses drop down on the 3 heroes on the side of TSpirit. They get the kill on a 23. They'll take him out. Now they'll look over. Mira on the run as Carl makes the rotation in with Whitemon. So they get the Lion, they trade 2 for 1. Collapse going into the back lines. He's got himself that Dark Ascension. Looks over at Zephyr for the second. Carl, though, solar bound, and he is going to die. Collapse gets the kill there. Poshka takes out Zephyr. It's a 4 for 1 in the favor of TSpirit. They looked so good in that exchange. Knew exactly what they wanted the entire time.
Yeah, relentless aggression from Spirit as well. Like their other 2 cores in the Night Stalker and the Invoker aren't even particularly farmed, but their spell usage is so good, right? The Night Stalker could just run in. Like, what did T1 do? What's the outplay? I think Beastmaster dying first is again probably the worst thing that can happen, apart from maybe the Shadow Demon. But they need the Beastmaster's damage output in these fights to be able to kill people off. Like their highest net worth hero just dies straight away.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he dies very quickly, and that comes from the Tornado EMP. That absolutely just obliterates him with the help of Yatoro, who's about got this Ags. Working with double damage, so if anybody steps up, maybe he gets another kill.
Good remains.
You gonna smoke again?
He also has Ags on Gyro. I don't think you smoke until you have the Ags up, but could if they really want, I guess.
Yeah, he's 150 gold away. Only about a creep wave away from getting this.
I mean, they're so close to hitting another timing though, right? With the Gyro Ags, they've got the Night Stalker ult to wait for as well. It is still daytime, remember. Razor finishes the Yules. Okay.
Daytime for 2 more minutes.
I wonder if he goes for like something like a halberd on the Razor this game. He's got BKB. I mean, it is a great BKB game.
Dire are scanning.
And here's the Axe. Yeah, this is scary, scary. They're looking to potentially get this bot tier 1 by the looks of it.
And if you're T1, I just don't think you really feel comfortable defending, or at least trying to.
Oh no, absolutely not. They're going to try and trade by the looks of it and get this top tier 1, but they're smoked up on Spirit.
Are fortified.
Oh, not smoked up, sorry, they're not smoked up. They're running through the jungle though. With the Invoker Invis. I got confused there.
I don't think they're going to make it though in time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Not TPing in, and well, I say they're not going to make it in time. They already got the tier 1. Maybe they could throw some TPs that way. Scan comes out over mid, and yeah, they're not going to go for it. They're just going to let it drop and trade. So Vlad's picked up for Cuckoo. He's close to that Helm of the Overlord. About 1,000 gold.
Generation.
They want to try and find an initiation with the Raw really and like drop the Static Storm on the Raw target. But this Keeper of the Light's just constantly shoving lanes out. It's just like they're really struggling to like find the entry because the lanes are just constantly shoved in. Like bot lane shoved in, mid lane shoved in. And I think they just smoked up under a ward on Spirit.
Yeah. So with that information, T1 sit back.
Are they dropping a ward on the high ground here or?
23. I don't know if that's where you want to be.
Where's my pension?
4 spots that bounty go away. And also got the Hawk. They're still nearby. They're working with nighttime. They have Dark Ascension ready to go. Blink Dagger picked up by the Night Stalkers to collapse. It's early into the Blink Dagger. Sometimes we've seen these Night Stalkers go BKB Blink, and the Blink takes a little bit of time. But now that you've got this Blink, you can get on top of these heroes like Disruptor, get that Crippling Fear, silence them up, and just kill them off pretty quickly.
The Shadow Demon's probably target number 1 for Collapse this game. You want to get that defensive support out the game as quickly as possible, out the fight. What is anybody? Sorry, I missed those items. Is anybody building a 4-star on the dice? Oh, Cottle has one already. Jesus. Maposhka is farmed.
He's got 4,200 gold in his net worth. And this is without going null talismans and cleaning up these creep waves with the illuminates. That's so much gold. He does have 48 CS, so working with quite a bit at the moment.
He's playing really
Lion
well.
about to have his Blink Dagger too, so there again, it feels like there's constant timings that Team Spirit are hitting that they can fight off of.
Yeah, the support net worth is ridiculous.
Ooh.
Zephyr gonna try and bait out a...
Yeah. Wow.
Is under attack.
Is Zephyr tip here, you think?
Gets a nice Vessel charge
Radiant's
out of the Invoker.
under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
He still has to be careful. Collapse has that Blink Dagger, and if he's anywhere near the tier 2, he might just get got on. Meanwhile, 23 is pushing the top tier 2 as well.
Tower is under attack.
Still, look at how far ahead Yatoro is. Disruption. Here, Spike 23 coming over. Lucent Beam onto Toronto, Tokyo. Now they're gonna go with the Dark Ascension. They've got the Static Storm drop down. They're trying to get the kill here onto the Gyrocopter. Gyro, can he survive? Static Link taking away a lot of that.
Great
force
force
stab from Maposhka. That's gonna push Yatoro away. And now they hit the Illuminate. Carl down to about half health. Doesn't look like Team Spirit really want to re-engage on this, but they are sticking close just in case T1 come a little bit too far out and find themselves out of position, because they have this ward down and have the vision on this T1 side.
Yeah, that was a great initiation by T1 as well, finding the Gyro, but they can't quite finish him off with the great force stuff. Oh no, Zephyr. This one's real though.
Yeah, this time it is real. And they have Crippling Feared him. Tornado for the kill. Now Toronto, Tokyo finds himself 3-0-4.
Now, this is something from Invokers today that we've seen where they tend to go back for the BOTs today instead of going back for the Midas, but Toronto Tokyo is going for that Midas this time. Like, he wants to scale a little bit better going into the late game, which I really appreciate.
Well, like you said, we've seen it a couple times where they don't, and it ends up that like the Invoker kind of loses his presence a little bit.
Are scanning.
And the blink's coming out for the Lion, as the observer's pointing out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's crazy that this like net worth distribution from Spirit is so different to most of their games that they normally play.
Moves on a collapse into the Static Storm. He is very caught here. Carl gets credit for that kill. By the way, Cuckoo has that home of the Overlord.
I think they're going to know that there's a ward on the high ground now, though. So at least collapse when he dies, he finds that bit of information out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yatoro almost having the BKB. Just 50 gold down when he's got that BKB. Yet another timing being hit here by the Spirit. So T1. That kill is big onto Collapse, and they're starting to have Carl catch up a little bit to the Gyro. But yeah, you can see the split. The Gyro, 3 cores from T1, and then everybody else from Spirit.
I mean, Maposha's normally like this hard 5 though as well, so it's just it's so bizarre to look at. This Coral has a gem, by the way.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Pure vision control between the Night Stalker and the gem on the Keeper of the Light.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
T1, they have the Hawks to work with, but obviously with the gem, that can get taken away so easily.
Dark Ascension and trying to blink and get on top of Karo, but uses that Yules, and he's also got that BKB. They don't force that out.
I'm surprised they're not hunting for more. I thought they were going to carry on going there, but I know Raze is a quick hero.
Tornado lands on a Cuckoo. He's by the tier 2 tower. They're going to collect good. That's a glimpse back. Silence in onto Cuckoo. It's not going to get the kill. Now Carl coming around. They've got this ward down. They'll disarm the Razor. Still nothing doing though for Spirit. This is a good job of T1 extending these engagements and not allowing them to lose numbers.
Yeah, T1
3 building up a net worth.
T1 are doing a really good job here. They're not giving anything away. And there's no Night Stalker ult now, and it is daytime, so T1 should feel comfortable for the next little while.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Gonna try and finish off this mid tier 1.
Are scanning.
And I think they might have seen the smoke. I'm not 100% sure, but Roche is going to head into Roche because without this Night Stalker ult, they feel so comfortable.
Sunstrike comes in and that does spot them.
Okay, they're going to smoke. They have Tornado, so they can stall. And Gyrocopter with the fresh BKB. Oh, this could be huge.
Tornado, EMP, Blink Hex coming into Cuckoo. They're going to throw the homing missile his way. Start to step out. Homing missile goes across the Roche pit, lands on a Cuckoo. They still haven't done anything yet.
The Roche is so low as well.
Yeah, they want to complete this. They've got Poposhka. With that ult use, BKB's gonna be caught by Karo. Go after Yatoro. But ooh, Boot Staff away from the static blink that was only there for a second. He only got 28 damage out of it. They've got the glimpse as well as the static storm that's gonna be around on the Yatoro. Pops the BKB, they get the kill on a white on the tick of the first here on the side of T1. And now with the Black Cannon doing so much damage, they're forced to back off. Oh, blinding light, Earth Spike, Karo caught figure there. Ulti pushing Mira away, and they'll get the kill with the plasma field. The Illuminate is not gonna land onto the Razor. And well, on the other side of the fight, you've got Toronto Tokyo going after Zephyr. We see with the Spirit Vessel. Carl on the run from Collapse. Collapse
still alive.
Carl's still running quite quickly. They've got the disarm onto this Beastmaster as well as the Luna. Toronto Tokyo is the one who's running, but the Lucent Beam comes in. They get the kill on Toronto Tokyo. And Collapse cannot collapse on Carl's positioning just yet, but he does have that haste. If he can find him, he probably gets this kill. And they might walk into each other around the trees. Plasma field. There's the Dark Ascension. Gets the Void, but still not the kill. They've got the Yules. Can he keep up? He should be able to do so. And there's one more right click to finally get
Going into the Roche, though.
Carl. Illuminate goes into the pit, and Roche is going the way of T1 into the hands of 23. They've got Miposhka locked down via the plasma field. Shadow Poison coming through. Zephyr gets the kill on Miposhka, but Collapse comes behind them, kills off Zephyr, takes out Cuckoo's courier. They get the buyback coming in from Miposhka. They'll go over to Whitemon. They'll take out Cuckoo. So these numbers are dwindling for the side of T1. They've got a triple kill from Collapse as he kills off Whitemon.
Trying to hunt down this ancient creep as well. It's a good one to find. Honestly, that was really sloppy by Spirit to begin with in the initial Roche fight, because they all kind of just, they went on different targets. Like, they all just ran off in different directions. Like, the Evoker ran left, the Night Stalker ran right. I don't know where the Gyrocopter went. Just not on the same page. And it ends up working because Collapse picks up this haste rune to find the Razor. Just in time.
Comes back to the fight.
Yeah, and then you say, like, but they have the Aegis on T1 though, right? So it's not an awful fight for them. Yes, they lose 4, but this Luna is going to be incredibly difficult to deal with now. Is the Gyrocopter close to a big damage item? Because
he is going for the Sange and Yasha, and he just needs the Sange and then going Satanic or Daedalus finish.
I thought he was going to finish the Daedalus before he went for like the Satanic or the SMY, but I think SMY is such a good value item in this game. You're against like Link, the Purge, the Raw. There's so much that the state just works with.
Crazy thing is, Collapse, after all that, he moves ahead of the Beastmaster.
Yes. I mean, that's what triple kills do for you though, right?
Yeah.
They found
Going
someone
forward, trying to catch this ancient black dragon.
It's too quick.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Hey, yo, you can't catch my Red Eyes black dragon. Back off, TSpirit.
That's
Bottom lane.
Actually.
That was pretty bad. Tier 2 going down very quickly.
I think how quick they push as well.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Luna
attack.
Gaming with the Beastmaster sat behind.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Throwing Illuminate forward. They've got the homing missile coming into Carl. Toronto Tokyo trying to wrap around on the back lines. Don't really have a way to spot him. They've also got Collapse, but now they're going to look over. They've got the disruption onto the Gyrocopter as well as the Primal War. They've had the damage go after the Yatoro, and it's Carl moving in. They get the kill on the Yatoro. They'll end up using Whitemon. The Crippling Fears onto 2 of these heroes. They go after 23. They'll take the Aegis out of his hands. The Pig Pole trying to run, but won't be far enough. Zephyr dead. Full supports out of the fight on the side of T1 as Collapse is doing so much damage with the BKB. Oh, Carl, who got pushed with the blinding light, pushing him closer to the Night Stalker, gets the kill on a Collapse. Or, well, Cuckoo, he's the one who gets credit for it.
Bit of a bizarre way to start the fight though on Spirit. Like, they let the Gyrocopter just get gone on, and it would be fine if the team were within touching distance, but they were slightly too far away. So by the time they got there, he'd already been had to pop his BKB. He then got roared and got linked. So yeah, just a little bit late to the party on Spirit. And Toronto Tokyo knows there's no Aegis on the Luna.
Oh, 23 in the ice wall, but there's the Eclipse. They've got the Hex. Miposhka coming over with the blinding light, trying to push Carl away. Oh, Toronto Tokyo! Is this 23 or Godzilla? Because he just took out Tokyo. Miposhka's gonna fall to Whitemon.
Spirit, I mean, we said they're crazy, but they are making some small mistakes here, and they're getting punished for it really hard by T1, who are doing a great job, to be fair. Like, they understand that they need to play around their Luna with the Beastmaster sat behind, and they're just pushing the tempo. Using this Aegis to full effect here, able to switch this net worth. This is the first time they've been leading the whole game.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, I think it is.
It really is.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Our net worth graph will update in a second.
Update.
It's okay, Observer, don't worry.
Looks like the headband picked up for 23. He'll pass that off.
I think you give that to you give that to Shadow Demon, for sure. But you can see the problem for the Gyrocopter. They have this like really good single core lineup on Spirit, but they have so much BKB piercing control that
Tornado lands, and they've got the Crippling Fear right on top of Whitemon. He's trying to TP out. Is it in time? Yes, it is. One shot away from death.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
That probably won't happen again for the rest of the game, though. I think Collapse will realize he's going to have to save the Void for the TP. That's the kind of mistake that you make once and you're like, yeah, that was... Okay, fair enough.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're trying to use this disruption to push out these towers. They're about to have a tier 2 up in the top lane.
This raid is so tanky now with the Shivas and the BKB too. I wonder if he goes Refresher next or if he goes for some like really like tanky item like a Satanic or something. You can see the Satanic being really good.
Yeah. Still, by the way, Gyro, top of the net worth. The Yatoro's doing it, but it's again that split where it's Gyro, 3 cores on T1. Now, everybody from TSpirit. Although I say that, Shadow Demon's also got himself a lot of gold going into a BKB after this Aether Lens.
Yeah, but imagine, like, the Gyrocopter was so far ahead of the Luna before, right? And they take a couple of bad fights and suddenly Luna's pretty much caught up. Let's have a close game today, though.
Yeah, for sure.
And the thing about this game is as well, they're not afraid to get stuck in and like take these early fights, which is quite nice. You know, we've had some games today where they have been relatively slow.
You need to be careful. These illusions are starting to take the tier 3 up towards top. Kind of force back Toronto, Tokyo. Yeah.
SD Luna.
And to end the disruption illusions, just doing work here.
You don't want to stand next to that tower. You don't want to give them the glaives.
Is this tower just going to go down? Can Toronto Tokyo do this by himself?
I mean, these SD illusions are so strong. I think they got a timeout just before, but... Ooh. That's such a nice play, though, by T1. It's so low committal, right? Like, if they win a fight now, they, you know, can run down the lane and take racks. They can easily just move to this top lane afterwards and get a second set quickly. Second Roche minimum respawn time coming relatively soon. And if T1 win one more fight, they can take buildings so quickly with the Luna and the Beastmaster that it's approaching that point of the game.
BKB picked up. Poor Cuckoo. Wants the Blink Dagger next. Was Gyro going into the Satanic, so he's 800 gold away from that. Hoping that they can make something happen with that Satanic too.
This Beastmaster with BKB is so hard to deal with now. I don't know how they're going to kill him. The Razor, the Beastmaster, they're all so tanky. And especially with the save behind from Zephyr. Like, Gyrocopter's the only hero that can deal with this like spread damage to try and deal with them all. And Icetalker does a little bit, but he's so dead.
Collapse. Collapsed on by T1.
And here we go. This is what I mean. They win one fight. They push so hard now.
And it's right here next to the tier 3. They're also going to go in on OGA. Here trying to make something happen. He's got the Earth Spike. And they have the ability to get this. They're starting to drain the mana, but Gyro moves in with BKB popped by Carl. They're going to move forward and drop down that Eclipse. The damage isn't exactly going to be amazing. 23 trying to TP out. Going after backlines, going after Carl. Gets the kill out on the Razor. He just fought back, but he's going to be run down by Cuckoo. Trying to get the kill. Throws the axe. Is not enough. 23 dies. He's dead for 78 seconds without buyback. They'll get the kill on Amira. And now, again, you've got a chase on your hands. You're looking over as the Night Stalker trying to fight. Trying to get the kill here on the Beastmaster. Collapse with such a little bit amount of health. He's able to fight and win against this Beastmaster.
TSpirit, SEA's Kryptonite B-Cop. It seems to be that way today.
Radiant are scanning.
Forcing T1 into this really awkward engagement where Razor gets up to the high ground and he gets the link off on the Gyro, but he's already half HP. So the Gyro isn't afraid to turn. Great buyback from Collapse as well. Manages to get into the backline, but the fact he doesn't die there, crazy. And it's a... What's the Roche spawn? It's quite a long one by the looks of it.
It's long. It was 3 minutes originally and still a minute and a half to go.
So like max respawn time.
And buyback from Collapse, though, is almost a split second away from being devastating.
Oh, for sure.
And that's the first misstep by T1 in a long time.
Yeah, they've been really solid for like the last 10-15 minutes or so before that fight. Second Roche.
Dire's top tower.
Both teams need to posture. This Black Dragon just pushing the tower is so annoying. I think they're gonna get it. Oh, close.
Static Storm. They get the kill on the Whitemon.
I think he's gonna have to fight back here on Whitemon. They really, like, as soon as the Roche spawns, they see it with the Hawks and stuff, right? So if the Roche does spawn before Whitemon's up, he's probably just gonna come back straight into the fight. Luckily for them, it's probably not gonna be an issue by the looks of it.
Seconds.
Let's just spawn now. Does he want to buy back?
9.5 health. Collapse going in with the Dark Ascension. Shadow Poison moving forward. They'll send the Tornado over. It's not going to land on anything. They'll pop the Illusion Rune. They go to the Blink. They bought themselves the Hex, or actually the Mana Drain that takes away those illusions.
They bait out the cooldown here as well. They see the Roche with the Hawk. They need to get in.
Blast on a 3. Collapse going in. Now they're going to be BKB popped by Yatoro. They'll get the Aegis onto the hands of the Gyro. Karo trying to go into the Static Link. He's got the BKB, but he's taking a lot of damage here from the Gyro. They get the finger out on him. Collapse moving forward, trying to get the silence with the Crippling Fear. He'll do so. They take out Karo. They've got the Meteor going up the stairs with these heroes on T1. Cuckoo, he ends up dead. Sunstrike's not going to be on the mark, but the disruption, Zephyr trying to survive and just barely does so. They get Whitemon still. It's 3 heroes down on the side of T1 and an Aegis picked up here for Yatoro. And ooh, man,
incredible fight for Spirit. I mean, they're just slightly too late to get into the pit on T1. Like, the Razor goes in with the Link, but Gyro's already picked up the Aegis. And again, the Raw slightly too late as well. Spirit are going to do this. They're going to try and force buybacks here. How's Daedalus coming out on the Courier on the Gyrocopter? Invoke with the BATs. Can just TP in here if he needs.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, they killed the Courier! The creep with the TP on it. Ooh. So Invoker can't get to this fight. So they're gonna have to back off. I don't think he realized that the glyph was on the Radiant Tower. Oh, the Sunstrike. Stupid dragon. It's been causing them so much difficulties up in this top lane with the split pushing.
5k lead for Team Spirit, but again, T1 not by any means are they out by this, or out of this game. And Spirit now with 5-man smoke, they're going to try and make a play and shut down this game completely. Everything's awesome except for the Eye of the Storm.
Is Yatoro just going to charge up here? I mean, he is.
Yeah, the smoke gets broken. The blink back from Cuckoo. They'll work over at Zephyr. Zephyr's got the BKB. They'll throw the Demonic Purge and TP.
Oh my god, he almost dies anyway.
The damage is so much.
So Zephyr has a BKB. I mean, that's actually quite impressive. 23 Savage. Oh my god, they're going to hunt him here. Yeah, Savage is going to have to BKB TP. Just in case. Mira hunting here, and they see the Razor, I think.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Sunstrike landing in front of him, collapse.
Dead.
Again, another BKB TP.
3 in a row. Spirit's worst nightmare. No, you can't just BKB TP.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's the sound that Faceless Void makes in that post-game screen. The one that's yelling.
This Invoker with the Midas now is actually, caught up relatively well. So this last couple of fights, the Roche kill.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They're going for the Axe on the Invoker as well, so that big Sunstrike burst going to be coming through with the Cataclysm. If he can just get a lion stun down with the cataclysm, somebody is gonna die.
Really problematic once he does get the Zags.
Now they know Razor has no BKB for a few more seconds, but anyway, he has it in a sec. Actually, it shouldn't make too much of a difference.
Yeah, up in 2 seconds. The damage there on Yatoro, but he's got himself that Aegis.
I don't think you can just walk up to this high ground. They get a glimpse back the Gyrocopter, but
Closing the call down, and TSpirit, they just don't want to fully commit just yet. They're going to send Toronto Tokyo over in the bottom lane, and he'll push it out.
yeah, the link is on Toronto Tokyo as well, putting it onto the Gyrocopter. They're playing against Raw. They're playing against, I think Link is the big one. And even the Purge as well, it could be really good against. So they need to try and find a way of breaking that Linkers before they use these big spells, especially the Link, because if the Gyrocopter is able to just freely right-click people in fights and not have any of that damage sapped, he's going to do such a huge amount of work. Oh my god, that could have been awful if the refresher died there. I assume that's for the Razor, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so now he's got that refresher, and again, it's just giving the opportunity to T1 to get potentially back into this game. It's a tough road, though. TSpirit are taking it patiently, trying to finish off this game. They've been playing across the river for what seems to be forever now at this point. They've got the butterfly on Yatoro too, so he gets even harder to kill.
And the thing is as well, it's not even just good against like the Luna and the Razor and whatnot. It's good because of the Beastmaster. Like, he's amping the physical damage of the Razor and the Luna. So the fact that you have this butterfly and they have no true strike is a big deal.
Bottom lane, EKB TP out. Cuckoo though, taking the Sunstrike, and he's fine.
Good job by T1 though to keep pushing the lanes in, making sure they aren't just stuck in their base necessarily all the time. This Aegis is making it so difficult for them. I really like the Lotus as well on the Kotl. I think Maposhka's items this game are so good. Really good choice by him. They have a relic for the Invoker as well.
Got so much farm.
Jeez. They're gonna go for this on T1.
They're going to make their way in. Carl going in with BKB. They got the stun on Yatoro. Pop that refresher, or now the Static Storm is going to be dropped down. But that Static Storm's not exactly in the best place. They've got themselves a Primal Roar. They're going to look over and try and kill off this Invoker. They get the kill to Toronto Tokyo, who does that buyback, but they finish off Zephyr as well as Cuckoo. 2 down on each side as Yatoro hits the deck. He doesn't have buyback. Whiteman's going to follow suit into the grave, but now the finger's going to be thrown out as well as the Mana Drain. He's trying to survive this one, pushing 23 away, but 23 gets the kill on Amira. Looking over at Collapse. Oh, trying to TP out. 23 won't be so fortunate, in Toronto Tokyo, who buys back, will have that cold snap to stop the TP and get the kill.
Yeah, really great initiation by Spirit. Like, Yatoro thinks he's fine, right? Because he gets the Lotus Orb on him, so the Link isn't going to do anything if it goes off. But Luna does so much damage now with this, with the Skadi, like stopping the lifesteal from the Satanic as well. Like, it just reduces that Gyrocopter's ability to just be able to stand its ground and fight.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And it's a decent fight from T1, but much better from TSpirit there, and it could have been way better if they kept Yatoro alive. Imac though committed from Toronto Tokyo.
This Night Stalker is level 25 as well. Like, with this Basher, he's actually turning into such a nuisance. They have that BKB piercing stun now as well, so the BKB TPs might not be so potent. They did force out the Toronto Tokyo buyback though right on T1, so they can take him out in the next fight.
It gives them certainly an opportunity to get back into this, but TSpirit have just played so well.
Yeah, like this net worth lead is nothing for Spirit at this point.
Arcane's going next.
It really doesn't mean a huge amount. It's all about spell usage now. Who gets the jump? Can Spirit use this vision advantage from the Night Stalker?
Dire structures are fortified.
Constantly getting that chakra magic. I've got the shard on Keeper of the Light now, so I have the recall.
Where's my pension?
I think OGA has 3,200 gold.
I don't know what they're waiting for with this arcane rune. Okay, Collapse is going to take it now.
Scanning.
I don't know whether he's waiting just to have the Dark Ascension back up again, basically. So he'll be able to use the arcane rune for that.
They are coming over on the
up.
side of T1. Smoked up. Yatoro in their sight. Smoke breaks immediately. They've got the blink coming out from Mira. Wow, an aggressive play. The finger comes out on the Carl. Sunstrike. You know what? They've got the disruption coming through. The BKB on this Razor. They've caught themselves Yatoro for a moment. They get the kill on Mira. They'll take the line. He's going to buy back immediately. Now on the run is T1. Collapse trying to catch up. Chasing them down. The radio deafening blast coming through and hitting on a 4 of these heroes. Now Collapse moves in. Pops the BKB. Goes up the Carl.
First hit bash.
Oh, first hit bash. Shields up in the air. Trying to survive. It ends up falling to Yatoro. They've also found themselves Cuckoo. Yatoro with a double kill. They'll buy back at least on the Beastmaster. TSpirit coming out ahead on what was a very big fight for them. That was teetering on the edge.
Huge fight for Spirit. If they can force this Razor buyback as well, he's going to fall so far behind in net worth.
Radiant's middle tower.
Recalling this Night Stalker and TSpirit will play to get back in. The Lucid Beam gets reflected. They've got themselves the homing missile as well as the Nova Fire coming through this Disrupt. Primal Roar used on Yatoro. He still has that BKB as well as the Satanic. He's going to pop the BKB.
Goodness, here we go.
He goes up and he goes under 23. He's dropped down the Eclipse. He's going to kill the Collapse. He's dead for 2 minutes, but they finish on 23 as well as Raymond. Down goes Carl. He's brought back. He's going to be gone for 2 minutes.
Oh, dive bomb.
Disruption coming through. Zephyr has that extra cast range. Static Storm committed as well as the kinetic fields. Satanic up in 3 seconds. They need to kill Yatoro now or he's going to heal up back to full. He doesn't have the BKB back for 50 seconds though. And there it is. Satanic popped and he's back up to full. They'll take the mid-center axe completely.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
And they're going to head over to bot lane. There's a huge wave coming in here as well.
94 seconds without Carl. Mana drain for a split second from Mira. They're throwing these axes, trying to do something, trying to stop the Gyro from taking the base, and he's taking the tier 3 as well. That's going after these racks. Melee and range going to fall around the same time. And there they go. So bottom, mid, both gone. There's no tier 2 up in the top, so top is also open. But top is pushing in, and well, the dire top range racks have fallen.
Yeah, Roche up though, so Spirit should be able to back up and get this before the Razor's back up again. This Night Stalker, honestly, is doing so much work.
Sustains. Gold remains.
Yatoro with 36,000 net worth, having himself a game at the moment. 13, 2, and 16. Ags picked up from Maposhka.
He's going to get the iron
Got that
shield
will of
first.
control.
Genius.
Pressure for Collapse. $5,000 net worth lead here for the side of TSpirit.
His ability.
Gyro, Coddle, and Shadow Demon, the only 3 heroes right now to have buyback available for them.
Well, actually swapping out the BKB on the Gyrocopter for the Aegis could potentially be a little bit risky. After Shibi's probably going for like a Swift Blink or something next as well. Maybe just upgrade that Ags into the Blessing potentially. I love this refresher on the Night Stalker as well. The double like BKB, the double Dark Ascension potentially. So much control for one fight. Maposhka's close to 25. Jesus, has that ever happened before?
From Maposhka, probably
He's
not.
like Bane. He's like lucky to finish the game by level 18.
Meanwhile, 23 is going for a Divine Rapier. He's got himself the Scotty, Daedalus, Manta, BKB.
I think he has to at this point. He understands their backs are right up against the wall here. They need to do something ridiculous to try and win. A 9k lead didn't really mean very much, but 27k kind of
Means
does.
a lot. But if you're going to try and stand his ground, Lucid Beam, a bit of damage coming in. Soul Catcher thrown over on Yatoro. Earthspike's not going to land. They've got the call down. Trying to keep their distance right now as T1 waiting for their opportunity to jump in, but they still got to get through this Aegis as well as probably the Satanic going off and then the Aegis having it all again. Illuminate, Static Storm coming through. Static Link to get the Hex out on a Carl as well as the Finger. They're doing a lot of damage. The right click's coming through from Yatoro. The Disruption is going to be there for the save. But coming around the back is going to be collapsed. Now the Eclipse is dropped here. Will is coming through. Top by 23, trying to survive. Wait, Savage is in trouble. How they fight into this. They got the radio stepping, but they're going to go on the 23. It's going to be there for 2 minutes. Cuckoo falls as well. 2 heroes gone. Make it a third. White line drops. GG is called. And that's going to be all she wrote for game number 1 as they get the kill on Carl. And they'll finish the team wipe. TSpirit will take game number 1.
One game.